In my latest episode, I had the pleasure of speaking to Yvette Ishimwe, the founder and CEO of IRIBA Water Group, a passionate entrepreneur who's dedicated her work to solving the water issue in Africa. So let's dive in. Yvette shared her journey and how right after high school, she had dreams of traveling and studying abroad. But for some reason, those dreams did not come through and she decided to stay in Rwanda and eventually pursue entrepreneurship. As with all my guests on the podcast, I'm always curious to understand how did they first come up with the idea of their startup. And for Yvette, it was when her family was working on a house project and she encountered a problem of finding clean water for that project. And this is what sparked the idea of IRIBA Water. Yvette's passion for entrepreneurship and solving social issues was evident throughout the conversation. She's been able to build an amazing solution that solves a huge issue in the society and communities all over Africa. But also at the same time, she's been able to balance that with making it into a profitable company. And again, as many of the issues on the African continent, they all need a social aspect as well as a sustainable business model. You can't just make too much impact. You also have to be able to balance it with offering products or services that people can pay for so you can continue funding your business. And this is very true for IRIBA Water Group's case. So one of the things that I really learned from my conversation with Yvette is that it also reminded me that many of us young Africans, we believe that our dreams are going to be accomplished when we travel to the US, when we go to Europe or any other place that is not Africa. But again, when we listen to stories like Yvette's, we really realize that there's so many issues that the African continent is facing. And we are the only ones who can solve them because we're the only ones who face them, right? So in Yvette's story, instead of going abroad, she stayed on the continent and she was able to solve a really big issue and she's still getting started. I'll leave you guys with that. And if you want to learn more about Yvette's story and how to build a social, impactful startup on the African continent, please go and watch the full episode. I'm sure you will like it. Till next time.